Opening night of NBA. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Bennett, aka CashKeg, and that is right. NBA is here. 2 games, early slate. I wish we had more games, but we'll have to wait till Wednesday. But we've dropped some slips with Wednesday as we do have some stuff out there for PrizePicks already. Still waiting on some of those elites that drop. And elites, we talk about 3-point attempts, offensive, defensive rebounds, stuff like that. We have projections for those. So if you want projections for those kind of things you're not going to see in books, we have them for PrizePicks. So head on over and check us out at Daily Edge Sports. If you don't have an account, use that promo code CashKeg, play $5, get $50 instantly. It is that easy. Let's dive in. Let's talk some plays. Let's go. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here, and we are going to talk about 3 plays for tonight. Again, play light. It's a 2-game slate. We have dropped quite a bit of picks already, and a lot of them have stuff for tomorrow as well, because they have dropped stuff for Wednesday. So, if you're just going to play stuff tonight, play light. It's only a 2-game slate, but we have a lot more games tomorrow. But we're going to talk about 3 just for tonight, and I'll kind of I brought them all up on our tool here. So if we head on over to our tool, our PrizePicks projection EV tool, as you can see, we have all these tools for PrizePicks you get with your elite subscription service. And the projection EV is the one I use the most, as it's basically plus EV with our custom projection tied into it. And then we also have the Demons and Goblins tool that'll put our projections against those if you want to see them. And then the Elite Edge tool, that's where I'm talking about the stuff you don't see in the books, but we have projections up against them where you're seeing 3-point attempts, offensive, defensive rebounds, and stuff like that. So all that stuff is in there. All of it's with Elite. First one I'm going to go to is Dante DiVincenzo. Yes, he was with the Knicks. He's with that big trade, but he's over with Minnesota now. And I'm looking at points and assists at 15. 16.46 is the projection that we have him on right now. And he should lead this second team in usage rate. So I do like, taking some of these guys where he's not going to compete with some of the usage rate. So when I'm looking at taking bench players like this, I want guys that are going to play over 20 minutes off the bench, maybe high almost 25. We don't know what the rotation is going to be because we didn't see this last year. But he's not fighting for shots from Anthony Edwards or the newly acquired Julius Randle, who came over from New York with him. I'm not really too worried about, Conley and Rudy that much. Rudy's there to rebound. Conley's there, to dish the ball out. I don't like his points. So my thing is, coming off the bench, I think it's going to be a lot of DiVincenzo and a lot of Reed. Those are going to be the guys who are going to see 20 plus minutes off the bench and going to suck up that usage. So we should see the ball in his hands a ton, just kind of looking what they have out there. And hopefully we see a lot of points and assists for Dante for game 1 here. Again, just kind of have to see how rotations kind of, pan out. But this is kind of what we're seeing for Dante. We'll head back over to the projection EV tool and pull up the next one. And we're going to go D'Angelo Russell. And 24.5, this was actually at 25.5, or might have been 26.5. It's dropped a little bit. We got a projection for 23.19 for points, rebounds, and assists with him. And I'm still going to take less than this with him. I don't think, he's basically just out there as a shooter as it is. And, when you have both Rui and Austin Reeves in that starting rotation, which should be AD, LeBron, Russell, Austin Reeves, and Rui, I think he's going to take a step back a little bit. AD, LeBron's still going to facilitate, but he's still going to get a shot when he needs to. AD's going to be one of the focal points, of course, on offense. Reeves is going to get his shot. Rui's going to get his shot. And I think he's going to take a little bit away from Russell. And then we saw what Dalton connected in preseason. I'm curious how many minutes he gets, because he looked great and he can really fill it up. And then we got Christie and Vincent as well off the bench. So they're not a deep team at all, but I think it's going to hurt Russell a little bit. And I've just never been a D'Angelo Russell fan. Now, he can fill it up. If he gets hot, yeah, he's going to crush this. But I'm going to go ahead and say less on this. Minnesota was ranked first last year in points allowed. They were one of the best defensive teams out there. And so I don't think that's going to change too much. And then also getting DiVincenzo is going to help that defensive unit a little bit as well. So yeah, I like going less than 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists for him. And then the third play we'll talk about here, again, more of a bench roll guy. We're going to go over and talk about Miles McBride here. 13 points, rebounds, and assists. We have him for a shy over 14. And again, another bench player that is going to play over 20 minutes, probably closer to 25 minutes. And I have no problem taking more than 13 points, rebounds, and assists with him. Again, same kind of deal here. Going up against Boston, their second unit is not that great. They do have Pritchard, off the bench, which is fantastic. But they're not a super deep team here. And we see McBride, he gets a ton of usage off the bench. He doesn't have to fight with Brunson. Towns is going to shoot a ton. Bridges, they're going to shoot a ton. Hart and OG are going to be more the defensive guys. But off the bench, we should see McBride and probably Cameron Payne will shoot a little bit, but I don't know how many minutes he'll actually get. Probably maybe 14 to 16, I would guess. McBride's probably closer to 23 to 26. He'll lead the bench here, and I like kind of taking these bench guys. And again, he can do a little bit of everything, and he's played massive minutes before for Tibbs. So those are the three plays I'm kind of looking at tonight. Again, play light, opening night should be fun. A lot of slips that we've put out already inside of our Discord if you want to check those out for Quant or Elite subs. And again, if you want access to all the tools that we have here, it gives you custom projections. We're still waiting on the elites to drop again for offensive, defensive rebounds, 3-point attempts, things like that. We have projections for those. If you want to help make your decisions a little bit easier, we do have that. And so with that, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel on your way out. And let's have a fantastic NBA season. Let's get after it. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.